Hey everyone, Gideon here. So I'm going to continue on with a person's question to me about what I think from the divine principle point of view about man and women in relation with subject and object. So before I go on, I just want to explain very clearly this isn't from the perspective of this hierarchy in this institutional or company or business kind of realm where it's like man running the show or women running the show. This is in terms of family. Okay, this is the original ideal intent that God has created is the family system within the culture of heart, right? Within the realm of heart. The reason why I wouldn't talk about, like companies or institutions or men running this or women running that is because that is more so related to the archangelic realm of a hierarchy that's based on results, that's based on your works. So anyone that's better in their works over someone else should get a higher position. So in that kind of a world, yeah, women could actually by opportunity be in a higher positions of than men, and vice versa, and stuff like that. But that is in terms of an archangelic realm. I'm talking about a family realm that God has created, and it's something that angels can't actually experience because they can't experience this realm of heart. They can't experience actually having children and having a family of their own. And you can't really have that in businesses or in institutions. Of course, there's family businesses and stuff like that, but the business in it of itself can't produce children, right? This is actually something sacred and something very unique, and this is what I'm going to talk about. Okay, so let me go on. First, I need to establish, or what needs to be established is authority and love. And sometimes people mix the two between authority and love. So I know the quote that people usually quote from the divine principle to say that, men and women, they can switch subject and object. And yes, that's totally true, and I totally agree with that, and I think that's awesome. But there actually needs to be a respect of authority first in order for that to happen. The quote that people usually quote from is page 38 in Love and Beauty, where it says, however, when the subject partner and object partner become completely one in harmony, love is found within beauty and beauty is found within love. This is because when a subject partner and object partner become one in a circular movement, the subject partner sometimes acts as an object partner and the object partner sometimes acts as a subject partner. Yes, that is in the divine principle. Yes, men and women can switch positions, but again, there needs to be a respect of position. Henceforth, notice that it says, however, in the subject and object partner become completely one in harmony, love is found within beauty and beauty is found within love, right? There needs to be a respect between the subject and object to be in that unity. Then that awesome spherical motion that Father talks about, up and down, left and right, right diagonal, left diagonal, and north, south, east, west, all that stuff could be experienced, but first the authority has to be there first. So we're better to start with authority than God. God is the most powerful being in the whole entire universe, that he holds the power. I mean, he holds the balance of the universe. He holds the balance of the cosmos that we can't fathom. This is something that we can never understand. If you saw the movie Bruce Almighty, right, where Jim Carrey has all the powers of a god, but it drove him insane, right? Or if you read the book of Job, where Job is just complaining, hey, God, why is all this happening to me? And then God finally revealed to him, hey, look, I have to basically hold the balance of the stars. I have to take care of the creatures in the sea and the land. I'm feeling other people's pains that I'm trying to take care of. You got to be patient. You got to be grateful. Right? And then Job will understand, oh, shoot, wow, God has to deal with a lot of things, right? So it's something that we can never fathom the power of God, right? But God is giving us an opportunity to actually experience the same love as he does, even as deep as he does, right? He gives us that opportunity. And what's so awesome about God being the subject partner is that he's allowing us, he wants us to be co-heirs with him, to be co-owners with him. This is something that no creature in the physical world can ever be bestowed upon, this gift, to be owners of the creation and to be owners of love, right? And this is something that God has actually given to us. So just to base off from page 28 in the Divine Principle, where it talks about the spherical motions between the planets, how the sun is the subject and all the planets that revolve around is the object, and the moons are the object of the planets, right, and so forth. It just goes on from there, from subject to object. So it says, who's the ultimate center of the whole universe? Yeah, it's God. It can't be anyone else. If it becomes anyone else, then in a way it becomes polytheism, which should not exist. It's monotheism. It's God. It's one God. Okay, so I gotta get that established. Then from then on, it's very clear with subject and object. Again, in page 38, I'll read this off. In the relationship between God and human beings, God gives love as his subject partner, and human beings return beauty as object partners. In the relationship between a man and a woman, the man is the subject partner giving love, while the woman is the object partner returning beauty. So this is really awesome. It's very beautiful. What's the basis of subject and object, right? Let me make it very simple for you. Subject is the one who gives love, who initiates love. Object receives that and returns beauty. And nowadays, what we would call that would be respect. So this is down the line, down this natural family line between God and the family, right? Where it's God, right? He then created Christ, okay? Well, his first son is Adam, right? And henceforth Jesus, you could say Father. So, right, and Christ is the mediator between God and man. So God gives this love to Christ, right? Christ receives it and returns glory to God, like gives respect to God, right? And out of that love, and then Christ creating his family. Henceforth, this is what it's talking about in the Bible, between the relationship with man and women. Okay, so the man is supposed to be like Christ, is supposed to be the body of Christ. So he's supposed to be in oneness with Christ, okay? And Christ is giving that love to the man. The man receives it and returns glory to Christ. So then the man who inherits that love from Christ then gives that to his woman, okay? This is from a perspective of the ideal. It's not the perspective of the fallen world. It's a vastly different world. So the man gives that Christ love to the woman, right? The woman then receives it and then returns beauty and glory to the man. And they have children, right? So then it goes down the line there with eldest child to the younger siblings, right? Where the father and the mother, they give that love, right, to the eldest siblings, and the eldest siblings receive that, and then they give glory to the parents, and they receive the love from their parents and want to give that love to their younger siblings, how they see their younger siblings. So in a way, the elder sibling is almost like a mediator between the parents and the children, like how Christ is a mediator between God and the rest of his children. Right? So it's this subjectivity is so beautiful. So when you're asking me the question, because if man is subject and woman is object, does that make man more important? No, not at all. God is a beautiful being where he needs this relationship. He can't exist in a way if he's just alone. He's a loving being. Father has said that if God just created human beings and does it out of the sake of showing them power. Yes, look at my power here. Look at my power there. Aren't you fascinated by my power? Even though God's the most powerful being in the universe, he essentially cares about love. He wants to have this loving relationship where people are raised up to his level of love. Okay? It's pretty hard to raise up people to his level of power. Now, that's the thing about the subject position. If you the subject and object, they're equal in their value, but the subject has more responsibility than the object. And that tends to be with men. Men tend to be the providers. They pretend to be the protectors, right? And what greater love to express than to give your life to the one that you love? So, it's been exemplified with Christ that God so loved the world in John 3:16 that he gave his only begotten son to even people who aren't really related to God in the first place, right? That's how much God really loves us as the subject partner, that he's willing to give his life to the object partner. Then that love is now transferred ideally to a man, where a man is willing to fight. He's willing to fight for his woman. This is how much a man really loves his woman, ideally so that he's willing to even die for his woman, right? So a woman receives that kind of love. And naturally with the women, when they have children, naturally they want to give their life to the children, right? So they're inheriting this role as a subject, and they want to give their life. You know, if there's a bad guy that's going to harm their children, they'll swoop in and catch the bullet for their child. And then that love is then passed down and inherited to the elder son or the elder daughter, where they inherit that love, and they're willing to protect their younger siblings away from any harm that's going to come to them. So actually, does the subject have more power than the object? Yes, but there's also a responsibility where it's even to the point of giving your life. You know, if a burglar comes to your house, who's absolutely expected to get that burglar away? It's going to be the husband. He's absolutely going to be the one. If he's not there, who's going to be there? Well, the wife, the mother is going to be the next one in line, who absolutely has to defend the family. If the husband and the wife, the mother and father aren't there, who's the next one in line that's going to protect the flock? It's going to be the elder son or the elder daughters that's going to protect the family. So this isn't in terms of base of power. It's in base of love. Without if subject and object were equal in terms of responsibility, then actually love can't go on. It has no circular motion. There is equal. It just stands still. So actually, there is no terms of love if subject and object are equal in terms of power. You could say in terms of responsibility, love can't exist. So it's natural that there has to be a subject, there has to be an object, but this is in the base of love. I feel personally that people mistake or this whole feminism thing kind of came in where it's seen through the eyes of the archangelic realm or Satan's realm, where Satan has actually tricked Eve in thinking she didn't have enough, saying, hey, if you eat this fruit, you're going to become a god, you're going to be powerful, your eyes are going to be open. But Eve had no idea that she was going to get the most love from God anyway. She was going to be one with God anyway, if she just joined with her man Adam, if Adam were one with God. So, I understand when women could get, very upset about this and do the whole man shaming or whatever, like blaming men for, really bad history. Okay, just to be very clear about this, the reason why that happened, okay, is because, Eve fell and then Adam fell, and there was this huge reversal of dominion, right? Where it's like God, Adam, Eve, archangel, but then it was a reversal of dominion where it was Lucifer, Eve, and Adam. So then what happened in the Bible, God said to Eve, hey, well, now you're going to have to grovel to the feet of your man. Originally, she was supposed to be a helper. She was supposed to be a supporter of Adam. But now she has to grovel to the feet of her husband. What does that mean? Well, because now her lineage is cursed, where women are going to be subjugated by false men who are going to be abusive, who are going to harm them, who aren't going to be the right, good, healthy subjects that a woman needs. So in God's intention of creating subject and object partners, yes, within the relationship, a spousal relationship, man is supposed to have more power, more responsibility, but that is for the sake of love, and then it transfers down that way to the rest of the family. What's really sad, and this might be new to some of you, is because of a lot of this feminism that came about due to the resentment of the past histories of false men who you could say hurt women, right? And now feminism is like a response to that. Well, now it just deteriorates from there, where women are dominating men, and men, they don't feel safe to want to marry a woman. Getting married by a woman, and then divorce is going to happen, and then they have to pay child support or whatever, right? It's a very sad system of what happened between the relationship between men and women. So now what's going to happen is that men are going to tend to want to have sex robots, right? So what happens is that women are going to be obsolete in relationships, and then what's going to happen with women? Women are going to want to have, husband robots in a way, sex robots as well, and what a weird system of society that it goes to down that weird rabbit hole. So this is the intention of God of how He wanted to create man and woman, which is all for the sake of love, is not for the sake of power. So a true subject wants to live for the sake, for their object partner in love, not for the sake of power. I hope that was really clear to you guys. I know this is a really touchy, sensitive topic, but I hope this really made sense to you. I really love you all. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Peace out.